para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo, yeah. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob, MPBL, araw mo.
Still live in your social media pages at the Divine Light Academy in Las Piñas City para sa inyong Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. We have a lot of games that are gonna be happening as of this moment today. Kani-kanina lamang ay natapos na ang trilogy between Bulacan and Nueva Ecija with both teams and both organizations getting respective wins each pagdating sa kanilang mga iba't ibang division. But as of this moment, we're gonna be looking at something different because it is now time for us to reintroduce some of the teams that have already been playing here for a while, and now is their time to shine once more. Muli, ako po si Hans Galeria, joined by JP Ruiz. We will also be together with CJ Ang later as our courtside reporter. And as of this moment, JP, kanina, it was a very commanding win para sa Bulacan.
Yes, definitely. Both squads battling out. Now it's going to be a fresh start for us in the South Division this time.
Because the South Division is where these two organizations and teams are gonna be at. 14 under division muna tayo. It's DASMARIñas, Don PACUNDO, 4A Hoops going up against the San Pedro Spartans. This is a major scenario and a major get-up para sa dalawa nating kupunan, sharing the different ends ng kanilang mga standings. Dahil kung tutuusin, pwede nating unahin ng DASMARIñas. They got off into quite a scenario that has proven to be okay for them, but there could be some better chances for them as well.
Definitely, Hans. They are currently 3-6, 9th in the South. They won their last game against Batangas by 11. With 2 games remaining, though every game matters at this point. So their top performer were Dashiel Ravelo with 14-5 and Arvin Mortel with 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. However, they were able to get that win with rebounds, assists, turnovers, and steals. So it was an all-around performance from both ends of the court. So if they want to repeat that performance, they need to do everything from the get-go.
Ang kagandahan naman dun is that there are some contributors. Yung mga aasahan mo na talaga for them to be able to get some points on the board. But on the other hand, this is a team that has been in the winning culture for all throughout of this season. That is the San Pedro Spartans, a team that has probably gotten a lot of rest and are now definitely conditioned for victory.
No, as you said, Hans, they are currently second in the South. They have 6-2 record as of now. They weren't able to play last week due to a default, of course, but in their prior game, they were able to play and win against Mindoro again by 2, 56-54. Their top performers were James Enriquez with 18-9 and Ryan Macasarte with 16-7. They were able to win despite not getting more rebounds due to their selflessness in passing the basketball and taking care of the rock with less turnover. So if they want to get another win in their column, they need to continue being selfless among one another.
And they were able to refine that all throughout the season. Ang tanong lang ay kung magagawa pa rin ba nila yan on a consistent basis, even though they're already somewhat at the upper echelon of our standings. And now is the time para ang dalawang teams natin ay magpakitang gilas dito mismo sa 4th match of today's game day. This is DASMARIñas going up against San Pedro. We're gonna toss it over to our game announcer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are glad to have you here at Divine Light Academy, Las Piñas City, as we bring you the continuation of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. 14 other division, DASMARIñas Don PACUNDO 4A Hoops versus San Pedro Spartans. Now let us meet the starters first. For DASMARIñas Don PACUNDO 4A Hoops. Starting guard number 12, Dashiell Ravelo. One guard number 19, John Malyari. At forward number 20, Arvin Mortel. Also at forward number 30, Cody Flores. And at center number 27, Franz Valentino. The head coach is Archie Bernardino. Assisted by Richard Flores and Nico Masangya. Team manager Alfie Guanze and team owner April Guanze. And now let us meet the starters for San Pedro Spartans. Starting guard number 13, Chino Tan. Shooting guard number 6, Ken Molina. At forward number 28, James Enriquez. Other forward number 29, Amon Lenshoko. And at center number 77, McRyan Macasarte. The head coach is Chico Tan, assisted by Teddy Polinga and Goy Paganes. Team manager James Tolentino and team owner Michelle and Janver Sosa. Officiating this ball game, Irving Calzada, Francis Solem, and Ryan Soriano. Junior MPBL Executive Director Mr. J.R. Navarro. Junior MPBL Commissioner Mr. Kid Picasso.
Your Dora team starters para sa 14 under division sa San Pedro, it's Tan, Molina, Enriquez, Lencioko at Macasarte. Para naman sa DASMARIñas, it's Malyari, Ravelo, Flores, Mortel at Valentino. There is a lot of people at our stands today, definitely looking for this matchup. We're at the South. Of course, malapit ito para sa ating mga taga-suporta ng dalawang kupunan. And as of this moment, this is how it's going to be going. Jump ball finally happens here. At umpisa pa lang, nagkaroon na kagad ng gulo sa gitna ng ating basketball court, but that has been placed in order with DASMARIñas getting the first dibs on that shot. It's not going to be made. But they continuously fight for it. And at that moment, a traveling violation is going to happen here.
Very aggressive energy from both squads. The fans are definitely helping in terms of their support. These are 14-year-old kids starting this ball game in this trilogy.
Absolutely. Parang yun kasi yung kinakailangan nila eh, di ba? They are, deemed to be the underdogs in this scenario, lalo na dahil matindi ang kanilang makakalaban sa ngayon, facing 6 wins and 2 losses. They're gonna need all the support that they can get if they want to proceed sa taas ng ating standings.
Yes, definitely. You're talking about, of course, the DASMARIñas Don PACUNDO 4A Hoops. Now, the boys in white, while the San Pedro Spartans are those in gray, the favorites, currently second.
And at that moment, Molina's not gonna be able to get that bucket to go. Malaking tulong sana yon to get the offense flowing para sa kanilang koponan. Either or, it still works. And at that moment, there's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. And that's what I'm wondering about. What actually happened there?
Both the referees are all wanting to take another look.
Yeah.
And see where the commotion was all about. Us included, we're curious.
Kasi free throw pa lang eh. Like, the situation is, everyone was chill, everyone was taking their time.
Correct.
But in that scenario, we're gonna be looking at that last play. Probably happened during the box out or somewhere else along the lines of that. Patitignan natin yan ngayon. So this is how it went. Okay. So there seems to be something happening while two players were boxing each other out.
Yeah, the matchup was very clear. There was a certain referee that saw a certain matchup. I guess it's a bit of physicality, a bit of technicality.
Okay,
Which
it
matchup?
has to be on that side.
Probably, yes, on the right. You're referring to the matchup on the right.
Oh.
That is Makasarte.
Yeah, I think I see it now. I think I see it now. There was some sort of second motion that happened.
Most likely.
Kumbaga parang it was kind of like an unnecessary stiff arm.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna go. Kasi nagbabox out sila eh. They were boxing each other out. And then when the bucket went, there was like an extra shove.
Yes.
Using the stiff arm. And I think yun yung rason.
And don't look now, Hans. I know this is only the first quarter, but Ryan Makasarte is one of their key players.
So Ryan Makasarte, fortunately for him though, he's not going to be out of this basketball game. It's A-okay. But his start is going to be hindered for a bit dahil hindi siya papayagan na makapasok ng ating court for the next 3 minutes.
For the next 3 game minutes, correct. Meanwhile, free throws will be given. That is a good basket there for Arvin Mortel.
Again, one of the main contributors as well. Gaya nga ng nabanggit mo during the pregame. He had
Yes.
10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. So he's doing a little bit of everything except sharing the ball. Kasi usually pag ikaw ang inaasahan na makascore, you'd always be the one taking the major shots.
That's right.
So understandable kung bakit wala siya nung stat na yun. But at some point, you're gonna have to involve some of the other players.
Definitely.
In order to go up well against a team just like San Pedro. But at that moment, Lencioko is gonna be fouled after that steal.
That was a risky pass from DASMARIñAS, and it cost them with a turnover. Very great presence of mind from the Spartans.
Dan's gonna be the one absorbing it. He's gonna give it right back dito kay James Enriquez, who at some point is one of their leading scorers para sa koponan ng San Pedro. Enriquez was bumped, takes the shot, very difficult at that, and he still gets it anyway with a smile.
Yes, he knew that he was falling off, able to make the tough bank and extending the lead to 2.
Now Mortel is gonna do the same, just not the same result at that. An extra possession is going to be given now. Shot is short. Mortel fights through the contact and he gets it in again.
Not giving up on that opportunity. Mortel getting the bang and the bucket, tying the ball game.
This is the ideal scenario para sa dalawang koponan. We were, talking about that as a shot is made, your pound for pound fitness, foul counted shot of the quarter. We were talking about Mortel and itong si Enriquez right from the start. And if you can get them going, they can maybe duplicate yung nangyari last game or even extend it.
Correct.
That shot from Tan didn't go well though. Quite a low-scoring ball game right after 2 minutes and 30 seconds of action.
But you would love both their defensive intensity so far. Talk about both squads in this opening quarter.
There's going to be a pass.
Almost hit our other kuya. Butil lang, okay pa yung camera.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are,
Right?
at some point, been on the end of that. And at that time, it's Lencioko getting a jumper to go.
So both teams are bringing their supporters in, especially the favorites here, the Spartans, going all out. They want to maintain this lead.
I told you, JP, we're in the South.
Yeah.
That is the reason why.
Mga taga San Pedro, mga taga DASMARIñAS,
Easy.
you can still come because there are 3 games between these two squads.
Correct ka dyan.
This is only the 14 under, guys. If you want to watch the Kuyas in the 16 under and 18 under, feel free to drop by.
Now the play continues. Kind of overcooks that shot. But they would want to try again. Mortel misses. Or actually, that's Sing. We only have 6 seconds on the shot clock. 3 underway. Doesn't go in. Mortel is gonna be able to keep the possession para sa koponan ng para sa koponan ng Dasmariñas.
Medyo mahirap yung vision natin given that the gray may look white.
Yeah.
Possession.
But we're gonna get used to
Yes.
it. We hope. we hope.
Possession will stay with Dasmariñas.
Yeah, we only hope. At para sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, sana ay hindi rin kayo mahirapan. Now, players are on the run. What a move! Doing the shrug again. Napindot na naman! Napindot na naman yung emote brought to you by Ken Molina. Pound for pound fitness, foul counted. Napindot yung down button. And Ken Molina all smiles right after that. And I love our referees, you know, they're just allowing the kids to have some fun.
Yes, exactly. I mean, emotions is part of the game, and that is a flex for Molina, able to extend the lead to 5.
Meron daw kasing rule dati, hindi ko alam kung sino nagsabi sa akin nun. Pag nag-flex ka, pag tinaas mo yung braso mo, technical daw yun.
Okay.
Pero pag shrug lang, nakababa naman yung braso mo at nag-flex ka, okay lang yun. Yun ang acceptable para sa ating mga officials.
Okay, noted for future reference.
Yes. Pero si Enriquez that time, ang matatawagan ng traveling violation. He immediately heard Bawi from the bench, and that is what you'd love to have.
Look at this defense now by the Spartans. Going for a trap here.
It's like a diamond in one from what I see.
Oh,
What a pass. Everything is wide open, and Singh takes advantage of the opening.
that is a great 2-point bucket there for Akram Singh. Again, guys, 14 under, yet he is so tall.
Look at the power of Tan. Do not, be blinded by this kid. This kid can ball.
Christian Tan making things happen despite his height disadvantage. All heart.
There's another steal again. Lenshoko. Ball stolen by Dasmariñas. Play continues and the attack is going to be apparent. Lenshoko gets another rebound. And he was caught stepping on the line. Umilaw na naman ang
There
ating
we go.
baseline.
Every game, someone is stepping on a baseline for some reason. They couldn't see it. And in this case, it's the Spartans.
Well, I guess if you're a kid, JP, minsan kasi pag ibabato mo yung bola,
Actually.
kailangan mo ng extrang force eh.
Actually.
'Di ba? Kailangan
Yes.
mo ng extrang buwelo compared to like grown adults na minsan braso lang sapat na. 'Di ba? So you're really gonna have to plant your foot sometimes, and I think that's one of the main reasons why. Speaking of which, Enriquez is gonna keep the ball alive. Here comes Molina again, challenging the defense, and he likes what he sees.
I like the fact that he smiles after every bucket. He's trying his best. The enthusiasm and energy in this kid.
And this is the important part, right? Like, it feels like you're having fun.
Yeah.
You're not really taunting. It's just that, oh my God, it went in. That's how it goes. Really happy with this performance so far. Nothing but, a solid outing. And minsan kasi kahit hindi ka naman ng babad trip, nakaka-bad trip yan pagkalaban eh. Diba
I
na parang,
totally agree.
right? Na pag giningitian ka, parang hindi mo alam kung,
And the worst part is, it's sometimes unintentional.
Yeah.
Yun yung masakit.
yeah, and in Molina's case, he doesn't even, intend to
Oo.
piss you off. Now he's gonna be Labiaga. Dasmariñas is gonna slow it down. They toss it to Malyari. Labiaga, 3, short. Now Enriquez tends to slow it down. They're gonna give it to Tan. Tan gets rejected right away.
Great presence of mind there for Dasmariñas, able to get a stop, and that's what you need. You're currently down by 7. You have to be aggressive on the defensive end.
Just look at that reach. Enriquez tosses it over. And that was a good read defensively mula sa kanila. And then a run para naman kay Malyari at sa Dasmariñas.
That is a beautiful outlet pass leading to Malyari. No gray shirts in front of him, getting the 2.
And then there it goes again. Another stop that was definitely needed para sa kanilang kupunan.
That is what you need.
An attack goes in. It's not gonna go. Takbuhan na naman. Tan tosses it over to the right side.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, that's a great angle from Tanto Enriquez.
Christian Tan, I don't know how he do that. He was able to do a great outlet pass in front of his teammate for the easy two.
Yeah, he can never be phased with his skid. You know, a lot of people would think that he cannot move, but he can definitely move.
He can.
He's not part of the starting five for a reason.
Ooh.
But at that moment, you know, especially in the 14 under, those fundamentals are going to be important. But here is your Larga fast break of the game from Lariaga to Malyari. And we're going to see more of that all throughout this game.
And you know the scary part? Wala pa dyan si Makasarte. He is still on the bench.
Now the fight continues. You're right about that. Kumbaga parang gana naman kasi itong
Right?
lineup na to eh. We can just reserve him pag ano na, pag pandiin na mamaya. And now the fight is still right there, and that time Singh is stepping up in Makasarte's place.
That's what you need if you're Dasmariñas. You have to get high accuracy shots, and Akram Singh is delivering them.
And at that moment, it's gonna be an offensive foul called against them now.
I believe that's James Enriquez with the foul, and immediately going back to the bench.
And I think from the looks of it, they're trying to figure out what the idea is. Both are given warnings regarding improper bench decorum. Our officials are obviously trying to figure out kung ano ba ang dapat gawin, ano ang pwedeng gawin to be able to make this happen. And of course, Coach Chico Tan on the other hand, para naman sa San Pedro, they want to take care of their 5-point advantage.
Correct. He is barking instructions in their defensive schemes to see if it will work.
There goes a shot again from Mortel. It's short. Singh finds a way. Hindi pa rin makukuha yan, but another offensive rebound is there.
Ooh.
Thought about the jumper.
Ooh,
It's not gonna work. What a shot coming in from Mortel, adjusting midair for the two.
the refs are letting them play. There is physicality, no call, and great opportunity there for the white shirts.
And again, another steal. An attack is apparent. Malyari with a two once more.
Great presence of mind by Dasmariñas, able to cut the deficit to 1.
A 4-0 run might be something that Singh is gonna take advantage of with his outstretched arms. Now some sort of opening. He's gonna try to attack. Not the best decision there. Now 4 Dasmariñas players are out. It's only Singh alone. And that is gonna be a foul.
Ooh.
Oh, this is interesting. We're gonna have to take a look at that again.
Yeah, definitely. Is there contact?
Oh, I think it was, you know, from the start.
Right.
Sa baba.
Visaya was able to get that contact, that body shot contact, while mid-air, able to get the foul for Akram Singh. And, you know, you're going to be put in the difficult spot if you're a referee, right? You're trying to see if it's all ball or if there's contact or not. At the end of the day, in their vantage point, it will be 2 free throws coming for EJ Visaya.
So EJ's definitely, you know, catching his breath here.
Yeah.
Going up against a tall guy such as, you know, Akram Singh.
And so far, referees are trying to discuss something with the bench.
Yeah, I think they're de-escalating the situation because the Dasmariñas bench has been trying to plead their case in terms of the fouls na nakikita natin. So they're just basically pleading their case. The same could be said para sa kanila ngayon. More players are going back to their bench. And I'm starting to wonder what the commotion is all about.
Exactly.
para sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, you can definitely watch us here at the Facebook and the YouTube pages of Junior MPBL. This is the 3rd season. We're definitely expecting for more. But we're, almost reaching the end of the regular season. There's going to be a lot of developments na mangyayari para sa ating mga teams when it happens.
Yeah, definitely for DASMARIñas, after this ball game, they have one more game in the regular season, so it's more of jockeying positions, whether they're going to be in the play-in or in the playoffs. The top 7 teams will surely get a slot. Meanwhile, the 9th and 10th will battle it out, and whoever wins will face the 8th to get that last spot. Meanwhile, it is the 2nd seed for San Pedro, so more or less they are in. They just need to rack up some more wins in order to maintain number 2 or improve. Currently, they're 6-2, so that means after this ball game, there are 2 more games remaining for San Pedro.
And I think the situation has already been figured out now, I hope. Because Visaya, I think he's gotten enough recovery already from the bump later going up against Singh.
It could be recovery or it could be a disadvantage. Able to make the first.
So this is EJ Visaya.
Yep.
Getting his first point sa laban na ito. And he's made both. Definitely much needed by San Pedro to extend their lead to 3. The shot clock is now off. They're going to try to find a way. Mortel is going to leave it for Singh. And at that moment, itong si Mortel, sinasabihan ng coaching staff na itira mo na.
Actually, yes, Mortel had the right idea to pass it to Singh, but there were already 1 or 2 gray shirts at him.
And they're definitely not happy with that decision coming in from Lariaga. Kumbaga, it was a difficult, position for him to catch. Kaya buwawi na lang sana sila sa depensa. And then there it goes again. 5.6 seconds remaining, a flurry of errors from both teams.
Spartans had the right idea. They weren't just able to control the basketball.
Oh, they plan to continue.
Oh, this is a difficult press.
5 seconds remaining. He's going to try to rush the scenario. Does he have the time? Yes, he does. And everything but the basket is what DASMARIñas was waiting for. Even so, nakabalik sila from a flurry or a surge na nanggaling dito sa San Pedro. Here's our first quarter highlights brought about by Chef's Magic.
Both squads, guns blazing immediately in the first quarter. You can see there inside presence of Akram Singh, making it count, as well as a bucket care of James Enriquez.
Always about players stepping up when it matters the most. Second quarter, when we return.
You are still watching the Junior MPBL Season 3 and playing back-to-back games and coming from a win yesterday para kay Coach Archie Bernardino. He is relieved that the players improved on their game finisher dahil all their past losses were tough losses na kinukulang during the last quarter. This team is coming from a win and with enough recovery time and high spirits, Coach is confident that they could get a back-to-back win. Hans and JP.
Maraming salamat ni CJ Ang. And thus, CJ confirms it. They did play yesterday. So this is, this is like a dream situation kung bata ka eh. Diba? Pag mga, siguro nasa 25, very important ang load management dyan na kailangan kondisyon ka eh. Pero pag bata ka kasi, Coach G, kahit anong laro natin, ilaban natin. And ngayon, with enough recovery time, that is the most important part. Sinabihan niya na matulog siguro yung mga players ng maaga make sure na makondisyon yung kanilang mga sarili to the best of their abilities. And that's the reason why they're showcasing something like this right now.
We're not sure if 24 hours is the perfect case scenario of recovery, Hans, but all out, it's the weekend, back-to-back games shouldn't be a problem for them.
And as of that moment, Prince Navidad gets a 2-pointer to put himself on the board. Even though it's less than 24 hours, as long as they got some rest, I think that's the important and essential part of it.
These squads making things happen. They did play yesterday, as you mentioned, that's correct. Trying to go back-to-back here. Let's see what outcome they can after going all out yesterday.
And I also have to say that San Pedro, we haven't seen Samparas yet. So Samparas is basically a 6'3" guy who's currently 14 years old. So, that's a problem. One of their best players from their recent game. It's just that he's not here today to provide, some sort of interior threat para sa kupunan ng San Pedro. So we aren't seeing a lot of that now. Kasi during the last time that they were here, it was definitely a solid scenario. But I have to say that I think Samparas belongs to the 16 under, and I'm talking about a different division. So this is just pure strength.
Correct.
Coming in from San Pedro.
No, but one thing that they should know is that James Enriquez and Makasarte, who were the top scorers in their last ball game, are averaging double digits in terms of their performance throughout this campaign. So if you are Dasmariñas, you have to scout and make sure that there are necessary stoppers or defenders for both these guys.
Now Enriquez tosses it to the right. There's going to be a floater that's not going to work. Lipat sa Dasmariñas ngayon ang possession. Now he's going to be attacked from the left. Uses the fake. Nabigla din ang kanyang big man, but he still gets it anyway.
Great presence of mind coming from Dasmariñas. This is Miko Musni making his presence and getting it done.
Yan ang kanyang unang 2 puntos. And that is a successful backcourt violation forced by Dasmariñas to put themselves in a really good position to be able to contend for this.
Don't look now, Hans. They have the lead.
Navidad, 3. Rolls off. That would have increased the lead to 4. But Molina, bad intention, still gets it anyway. And he is liking what he sees.
If I was Dasmariñas, I would be livid. Look at that replay here with the bang in the bucket.
Just protecting the ball, hugging it out. Your pound-for-pound fitness, foul counted smile of the quarter. I know it's different, but that's how he is on a regular. You love to see him shine.
You'd love to see him if you're his teammate. If you're the opposing side, you'd want to get that smile off as soon as possible.
Kumbaga nakakagana kasi.
Oo.
Lalo na pagkakampi ka, nakakagaan ng pakiramdam. Tsaka naaakay niya yung iba niyang mga teammates to also perform the same way.
Exactly. He has a likable energy that infatuates his teammates, his energy. The fans like it. And right now, his teammate, the leading scorer, James Enriquez, is getting his chip in this game.
James Enriquez splits his free throws. He currently has 5 points. Pero dahil doon sa ginawa nilang yun, they made it to a point where nakuha na naman nila yung kalamangan. Here's a 3 from that left side. That's not gonna work. Molina with a rebound. And he's gonna give it to his guard as they try to extend this to 2 possessions. There's an Olaf pass somewhere right there. Tutok na tiras, not gonna go in.
Great court vision there by Enriquez, unable to convert.
That was an opening. So, alam mo yun, kumpiyansa na basta pagbukas ka, I'm gonna try to find you. Cuevas, 3. That's not gonna go in. Molina's gonna slow it down yet again. You know, this is a change in tempo dun sa ginagawa nila kanina. There's a shot once again. Galing dito kay Enriquez with the lefty.
Clearly, the system right now for the Spartans is to do a half-court set and go to Enriquez as much as possible to be either a playmaker or a scorer, and it's working wonders.
Now they're looking to find someone there. More bumps. Powers from Magno. Shot on their way. That's not gonna go in again.
The White Shirts are making lots of attempts from downtown, unable to convert, but they do have the green light.
A 3. He's not even gonna graze the rim. I think someone had a hand on it.
Yes, that was partially blocked.
So this is the pace. You know, they've been. San Pedro's been doing a decent amount of defense, and their zone defense has been going well. You know, it's DASMARIñAS having a hard time finding the bottom of the basket.
I think they understood that the paint so far is very difficult to score. They are taking their chances, higher probability chances outside or in the midi. And so far, it's not working.
I mean, you have to commend the zone defense na meron dito ang kupunan ng San Pedro. Not a lot of chances inside. And I think that's the main reason why yung tanging binibigay ng Spartans dito are the openings right from the inside. So when they go in, it's definitely been closed out. Pero dito nakakalamang ang kupunan ng DASMARIñAS when they get those opportunities, but they can't waste it on costly turnovers.
Unfortunately, it is a turnover, but you'd love the hustle.
But hopefully they have it a little bit cleaner next
Correct.
time dahil nakita natin yung depensa nila was there, but it's just better offense galing kay Enriquez. Now San Pedro's gonna have a timeout. Muli pa rin tayo nagbabalik dito lamang sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. It's San Pedro leading by 4, 21-17 in the 14 under division, and that is a way to get the opening to go.
Excellent play there by San Pedro out of the timeout, extending the lead now to 6.
That was Noah Concepcion getting his first 2 points in this matchup. 3 is underway again. They've been trying it there, and finally they break in.
Finally, indeed, that was Prince Andre Navidad making things happen for the White Shirts.
At mukhang kumpiyansa pa sila lalo because that is going to be helping them propel. Now it's Molina. This is his move, and that is an opportunity for him to be even more unstoppable. But at that moment, a foul is called.
The whole bench of DASMARIñAS is livid right now, explaining it should be a no call.
This is instantly a scenario that, you know, they're trying to figure out. Because the call for Coach Archie Concepcion is definitely not happy with the call.
Yeah.
But the good thing for them, though, is that Molina's missing his free throws.
Not making it count when it matters most. They shouldn't be complacent with this 3-point lead.
Missing on both. Now they go on the rush. It's a 4-on-1 fast break. Oh, everything but the bump there. It was an opening.
And that's a stop you need.
Yeah, just wasn't at the best angle possible para sa kanya because he wanted to kiss it off the glass para makapasok ng mas maganda. Leon Shoko kicks it out. Enriquez had an opening again. He's gonna charge, and that is his move.
Such confidence from this kid. Able to go evade 4 White Shirts for the 2.
Enriquez has 5 points currently. Or should I say 9 points to increase the lead to 5. Now Dasmariñas bench is screaming defense. Almost above there coming in from Nguski. Molina on the other hand is fouled once again. They're gonna have to find a way to stop this kid from fishing those fouls.
Actually, I was about to say both Enriquez and Molina are doing wonders getting these calls to extend the lead for San Pedro.
But that is a scenario na kung ikaw ang Dasmariñas,
Right?
you can't let them find their stride. Yung mga buwelo na ganun at yung mga pagngiti pagkatapos. That's gonna make it difficult for Dasmariñas. They're gonna have to talk things out. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're celebrating a win or just enjoying the game, Chef's Magic condiments bring the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. There you finally have it. That was Molina. On the other hand, again missing another set of free throws. So, minsan nakakatanggal ng ano yun nakakatanggal ng momentum yung ganong klase ng free throws because those are wide open shots that you could potentially make, pero kung mababawi mo naman sa depensa, that's definitely gonna be the case here. Some sort of openings for the players. Then there it goes. Ooh, a slight shot. It's not gonna work, but a foul is gonna be called beforehand.
Will Cendrix Leon Rojas go to the free throw line? No, they won't.
Yeah, I don't think it will. Still not under the act of shooting. Ooh, Cuevas with a difficult shot. Still gets the three anyway.
And he looked at Enriquez after that three-pointer, making his presence known. It is a 2-point game.
Oh my goodness, the plot thickens, JB.
Molina just made another basket, extending it to 4.
Ken Molina now at 9 points. The aura of this kid, definitely something different. And there you go. The big men joining on the party as well as Muski gets the 2.
And that was a great pass by Cendrix Leon Rojas for the drop pass, getting it done.
And at that time, mayroong foul na itatawag na naman ulit. And at that moment, you know, Rojas got a call from the coaching staff, basically just telling him to just do the bump. Minsan kasi doon nalalabas yun eh.
Hans, I gotta tell you this. Like, you have to remind everyone that these are 14 under. Not a lot of teams who are 14 under play this good on both ends from both teams this early.
Which is why they need to have lots of guidance to make that happen even further.
Meanwhile, this is Enriquez slowly but surely piling up the points for San Pedro.
Ooh, misses both the same way. But I believe there's going to be a foul called against San Pedro. The final minute is now underway. It's just 2 points separating these two teams. There it is. They find Rojas. And Rojas is going to keep it with a 15-second shot clock. Navidad fakes, shoots, misses on that one. And the tap went right back. Torraro, but he's fine. Definitely okay. Ooh, there it is.
Yes, I did see that too. Great sharp eyes by the referees. turnover, a rare turnover for the Spartans.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, from what we saw kanina dun sa demeanor ng kupunan ng DASMARIñAS, it's all smiles for them now because they noticed that the momentum is on their side. A three, gets it in!
That is the second straight three-point bomb for DASMARIñas' Ivan Cuevas.
Ivan Cuevas getting them right up. And there it goes again, Molina. Just slowing it down. He's gonna give it once more. Patungo dito kay Malubag, who then gives it to the right side. Doesn't have a lot of time. 2 seconds remaining. Can he find it? And I don't think it's gonna go in, but we are gonna double check just in case.
That is so close. Initial decision from the refs, I believe, is it counts.
Yeah, I think.
Oh God! No
Yeah,
way!
no.
No way!
Yeah, from the looks of it, I think it was just a little bit more time.
Yeah, the two referees immediately to the main referee. It's no basket.
So it will not count. The lead will stay the same. But look at this, JP. It is now DASMARIñAS at the lead. How are they able to make it happen while watching the second quarter highlights of Chef's Magic?
Back and forth action. Both coaches playing chess here, and the fans are bringing in the energy this first half. So you can see extra possessions, making difficult transition plays. Molina Enriquez getting it done for San Pedro.
Who's gonna break first is the question. 27-28 halftime. DASMARIñAS at the lead. Back into the ballgame we go for the halftime statistics between these 14 under division in the South. San Pedro 27, DASMARIñAS leading by just one, 28 points. What a moment for both of these squads. Palitan ng basket ang dalawa nating mga teams. All smiles from San Pedro, but it was the response coming in from Rainbow Country para sa kupunan ng DASMARIñAS to get themselves ahead by a single point.
Definitely here, you can see here that it's a very close ball game. 1 point lead for the underdogs. DASMARIñAS getting it done despite the high accuracy of San Pedro. DASMARIñAS is also doing it wonders from the outside. 3 of 14. Close on the rebounds. But the biggest difference here is definitely the turnovers. Doubling the turnovers here for San Pedro in the second quarter, giving DASMARIñAS that slight lead in the second half, in the halftime break.
And from what I'm currently taking note of here, halftime has definitely been in control. So, merong mga times na talagang malakas ang San Pedro pagdating sa pagpili ng kanilang mga shots. specifically right from the selection in the paint kung kaya't bakit mataas ang kanilang percentage in terms of the field goals. Pero yung 3 points, yun ang naglagay sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas right back into this game and even taking a single point of a lead. Even though they attempted at least 14 shots compared to only 3 of San Pedro, you already start to take notice the strengths of this team, with San Pedro taking notice of the interior and Dasmariñas just taking advantage of the outside shooting that they currently possess. So that is definitely one of the major keys and figures kung paano nakabawi ang Dasmariñas to make it happen. But a familiar face is right here because it's time for the fan of the game. We've spotted someone in the crowd who's been cheering non-stop, full of energy and bringing all the good vibes here in this game. And you know what they say, the coolest fans just like him deserve the coolest iced tea. Congratulations to our fan of the game. You're getting a refreshing treat from True Tea Iced Tea, a no sugar added iced tea. Stay cool with True Tea Iced Tea, the goodness of iced tea without the sugar. Alam mo, isang karangalan na nandito siya.
Very, very familiar.
Very
Fan
familiar.
indeed.
Kahit saan, basta may basketball. Yan ang tunay na fan.
Yes, definitely. Well deserved.
Well deserved for our True Tea cool fan of the game. You're looking at the Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops, leading by 1, led by Coach Archie Concepcion. And at that moment, they were even talking about playing yesterday. And this is the kind of, momentum that they're showing. At siguro yung mga napulot nila kaagad kahapon,
Most likely.
they were back from a game high and they wanted to keep that going. As we start things off in the third quarter, muli you're watching Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 3, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. It's Hans Galeria, JP Ruiz and CJ Ang at courtside, and that right there was a miss to start things off. But this time though, Bunda is not gonna get it to fall after 2 attempts.
Ooh.
But they have another chance. Turnaround pass. That's not gonna work. An immediate double team, and there it goes again. They will not be denied.
Great stop and great energy here by John Mark Malyari. Extending the lead to 3.
There it goes once more. A turnover. Bunda gets it to the right. He slows down. Speeds up again. Leaves it for a teammate. Struggles to capture the ball. There seems to be an opening. But he doesn't get the friendly roll that time. Ganun pa man, mananatili ang bola sa Dasmariñas.
That is a great energy hustle play there for Malyari in that last possession. He lost the basketball, didn't stop defending, and got it done.
A 3 just got a little too strong that time. Now there's gonna be a bit more. Mamadali na naman si Molina. Traversing through traffic. And now they find Tan right on that left side, short. Molina, may buwelo ng konti. Unable to get the basket to fall.
2 white shirts were ganging up on that rebound. Great defense and stop here for Dasmariñas.
Now it's gonna be Malyari again. From top of the key, asking for a screen. They find someone from center. Uses that baseline to go for the 2. It's not gonna work. Lenshoko has been, getting a lot of those rebounds from the interior. But they're unable to get the pass going.
Those outlet passes are very crucial for the Spartans. Another turnover.
That was just a solid defensive opportunity mula kay Lenshoko. Ngayon, Enriquez. This is the open lane for him, and that is gonna be the first points of San Pedro in the second half.
Great defense there, care of Adrich Cody Flores. He couldn't do anything but try to stop him.
And look at this. Another steal. And Enriquez has done it again.
It's now a trap on the Spartans and making a run of their own, now with a 1-point lead.
There's gonna be a foul called against them. It was Lenshoko and Tan. Really providing a bit more para sa kanilang mga respective teams.
Unfortunately, that foul will go to Tan.
Now there's Malyari looking to charge. Ooh, he's gonna shoot it from there. Not the most ideal, but they get another chance. Malyari leaves it again. Iiwan para kay Ravelo. It's not gonna work. Third opportunity here. Can they make it happen? Not just yet. But they get a chance number 4.
One thing you should appreciate about DASMARIñAS, they are not giving up on the hustle plays despite them not being aggressive to score down low. They are shooting the lights out as much as they can.
And that is lights out. You're currently looking at the replay. But what we saw just now was none other than Dashiel Ravelo getting a bucket to go for his side as DASMARIñAS is in the lead, but they get it right back courtesy of Lencioko.
Fast-paced action to start this third quarter. Trading leads here.
And there it goes again. Another foul is going to be called against them. Coach Chico Tan just, looking in disbelief.
Yeah, this is currently team number 2 for the Spartans. Trying to keep this lead afloat.
Here's where it is now. Singh is back in the ball game. So that size added to this DASMARIñAS 5. Malyari from top of the key. Gives it to a friend who gets rejected by Molina. Now Enriquez is slowly going to bring the basketball down as they look to extend this lead. Tan thought about it. Very difficult scenario. What a move. Just unable to finish it off. They're going to keep the ball in play. What a pass.
Oh my God.
Picture perfect to get the bucket to fall.
Great outlet pass there for DASMARIñAS. Able to find the open man at the end of the other floor. That was Ravelo, able to get the lead back to DASMARIñAS.
From Ravelo to Valentino. And the lead goes from San Pedro to DASMARIñAS. Now here goes again. That was his shot, just unable to make it happen. Good sense of urgency. Galing dito kay Ravelo. But even so, mananatili ang bola sa kupunan ng San Pedro. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the idea though. Reed is going to be staying with them as of the moment. But
Correct.
before we toss into any more action, we're going to listen more about some extra info, courtesy of Miss CJ At.
Thank you, Hans. With DASMARIñAS leading by 1 entering the second half, during the halftime huddle, Coach Chico Tan wanted some clarification from his players on why they are lost inside the court. He said that they are just giving it to DASMARIñAS, making it easy for them to take the win. After talking sense to his players, he said that they need to attack more, shoot their free throws, and stop giving offensive rebounds. Hans and JP.
Maraming salamat, CJ. From what CJ was talking about a while ago, Coach Chico Tan was already given pointers.
Yes.
Right? At least yun yung mga bagay na kailangan i-improve. Kasi minsan, when it's vague, it's kind of difficult to understand.
Actually, one thing that mattered in that report was the free throws because Hans, they are 5 of 15. Talking about the Spartans, you can't risk missing 10 free throws if you are the favorites against this hungry DASMARIñAS squad.
And as of this moment, they are trying to cure that as the game is going on. Because of course, in addition to you trying to fix what is, some of the mistakes na nangyari during the first half, you also have to cater to the pressure. But for Ravelo, that's not gonna go in. That's just a solid take. Galing dito kay Noah Concepcion.
And that is only the first team foul for DASMARIñAS. And we are almost 7 minutes into this quarter. Great defense so far.
So, no penalties for both of the teams whatsoever. So, they're really utilizing their fouls
Yes.
pag kinakailangan lang talaga.
And hindi pa shot attempt. Kaya medyo nahihirapan si DASMARIñAS because they only attempted 3 free throws.
But that's another turnover. Naiiwan para kay Malyari who slows down and now they have the lead.
Great control, great body control from the DASMARIñAS squad.
Look at this. Ravelo's gonna be getting another steal. A chance to increase it into double possession as Malyari tosses it to Ravelo. 3. Does not go in. Singh wanted to go for it. Takbuhan na naman sa kabila. May buwelo itong si Malubag and that is gonna be an end one. Pumindot din ang emote.
That is a very difficult play with a man on your face. Unable to take the shot block was Arvin Mortel. Instead, he will get the receiving end of it.
Tsaka napakatapang niya with that pound-for-pound fitness. Foul counted shot of the quarter. You saw it again. Courtesy of this guy, Rain Malubag. Usually pag ganun, maiilang ka na kasing bumuelo eh. But that didn't stop him from doing that layup.
He didn't show any sense of fear when he took flight. Got the contact and converted. Unable to get the end one though.
Well, one thing's for sure, we are all tied up at 38 points apiece again. 2 defenders in gray are left. There goes the bump, the power move. Galing kay Mortel to put the lead right back patungo sa DASMARIñAS.
He realized his mistake on the other end. He wanted to recover on that end with a bully move. Getting it done.
Now here it goes. Molina asking for a screen. Final 2 minutes of the third. They find him again. Now there's gonna be Molina. Tosses it to Malubag. Thought about it. He finds some space. Fakes. Shoots. But that's gonna be a traveling violation called against him.
Great defense stop here by DASMARIñAS. Able to stop San Pedro from scoring.
Just look at this move. The aftermath of it as well. Kumbaga parang ano eh, naiusog niya kasi. Mas madaling tumira. Musngi tosses it to another shooter on that right. Then Shoko, kakabalik lang nito. Immediate impact kagad with the rebound. He decides to take it all the way. Masyadong malakas. Kind of slowing it down. Nagmamadali na naman sa kabila. And that is going to be falling short. Then Shoko with yet another rebound.
That was very unfortunate for Ravelo. He did have the right idea. Unable to control.
Oh, but this is another thing that they're quite unable to control. Tila minamadali nila yung kanilang possession, which is quite unfortunate because there's still a lot of time.
And it's unlikely for San Pedro to be this rattled.
Now Musngi, fader, and that is kissed off the glass. Board member Musngi is in.
I love that spin move. That was a great shot there. Bank it.
6 points na para dito kay Miko Musngi.
Great
Now
double team.
everybody's hounding them on defense and nobody's seen him.
Ooh.
Ravelo good turn. Looking to attack. Passes to the right. Shoots it. Unable to convert. But a fader is not going to work as well. Now Molina sees the open lane. He passes it to a friend and that time it goes in para sa San Pedro.
Cutting the deficit now to 2. 10 seconds remaining. It is running clock here.
Yuan Cruz makes it happen with 3 seconds remaining. Ravelo aware of the situation. Oh, and that's gonna hurt if you're San Pedro. This is what Coach Chico Tan was talking about.
Exactly.
You can't appear like you're missing out on the court. Hindi ka pwedeng maglaro na parang nawawala ka. And that is what they were talking about during halftime.
And that's the last thing you'd want to do. Why draw a foul with the game clock running down and giving them opportunities to extend the lead?
And at that time, the Shield Ravelo is going to be adding a bit more to his potential offensive output here. Ravelo makes both,
Cool, calm, and collected.
increasing the lead to a bit more, amping it up by 4. 44-40. It is DASMARIñAS increasing their lead by 3. It's your third quarter highlights brought about by Chef's Magic. Just an all-around effort from Don PACUNDO Hoops.
Oh, definitely. That was a shot by Lencioko, followed by a trademark basket by Malyari. And eventually, fast break opportunities are happening. This was able to cut it down to 2 before that foul for San Pedro.
And this is potentially going to be a photo finish. Who's going to take it at the fourth? From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts and so does every meal. Whether you're enjoying a meal or simply enjoying the game, Chef's Magic condiments bring the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. And with that being said, the magic moment needs to happen in this fourth quarter. Still, you're watching the fourth match of today's game day. My name is Hans Galeria, joined by JP Ruiz and CJ Ang at courtside.
Hans, I gotta share this. Sorry to cut you, but I gotta share this to you. Like, DASMARIñAS, who are the underdogs. Look at the stat line comparison. Like, 13-7 in terms of assists, 14-5 in terms of steals. DASMARIñAS has 9 versus San Pedro's 24. Everything is clicking so far for DASMARIñAS, and consider they're not the favorites.
You're right, and yet they only trail by 4 and now 2.
Great start here if you are San Pedro. You want to start strong in order to regain the lead quickly.
So you're really gonna have to take advantage kung ikaw ang DASMARIñAS, because this is not the best game so far para sa koponan ng San Pedro. They're having reins on it. Multiple three-point attempts. That is obviously not gonna work.
Oh, wow.
But look at another chance, which is not gonna go in again. Molina's fighting through it. And that is gonna be a foul called against DASMARIñAS.
Great effort there by Molina, trying to tip and hustle, get that possession going their way. They have a chance to tie or take the lead.
44-42. San Pedro has been at the upper hand of things for most of that first half. Cruz finds Concepcion, who does the teardrop, doesn't get the friendly roll inside. No buckets for both of the teams to start the first minute. Now they look to the right. Thought about it. Cuevas, who's made 2 3-pointers already, decides to go for the paint, and that goes in.
Shooting from the outside, now he can shoot inside. He is making things happen for DASMARIñAS.
46-42. More action could potentially happen, and there goes the friendly roll, but not into the basket. It goes out.
Prince Navidad making things happen on the boxing out portion, winning the rebounding battle.
There it goes again, an opening for Musngi. Kicking it out. 3 on the way, no look pass. Using more power moves again, but at that time, it would not work as it was swiped away by San Pedro. Lencioko looking for a friend. He finds himself again quite open. Ball swatted away by DASMARIñAS, playing really good defense in this game.
Both squads playing chess here.
But they're also having a drought on the offensive end the past 2 possessions. Not a lot of buckets have been going in. Maybe this could be it. Not just yet. Look at Rodriguez fighting for it, or Enriquez rather. And at that moment, he was done with the fact na kailangan ng buwelo. I'll just take it and put it back in.
But Hans, one thing you really appreciate about this quarter specifically is that the rest are letting these kids play. They are not calling it tight. They want to see who has clear possessions and who has clear contacts given this tight of a ball game.
Tsaka papapansin mo din yung depensa ng Dasmariñas. They've done a really good job adjusting dun sa pagbuelo ni na Molina at ni Enriquez.
Exactly. The fact that they were not easily called for a foul or getting contact due to their, I guess, quick adjustments in terms of footsteps, footwork, or spacing.
But as of this moment, James Enriquez, in spite being the leading scorer para sa kanyang kupunan, he missed at least 3 free throws, but he was able to split the last one. So this is definitely going to help them slow things down a bit more. And now there they go again. Rojas gets a screen from Musngi. Tosses it to the right. Only 9 seconds remaining sa ating shot clock. Musngi goes with a shot that's not going to go in. Molina, this is a shot, and that is the reason why you have to face him out front.
Ken Molina is going all gas, no brakes this fourth quarter.
He now has 14 points para masamahan itong si James Enriquez also with 14, but then there is Rojas.
Cendrix Leon Rojas stopping the bleeding so far for Dasmariñas, maintaining a 1-possession lead.
And mind you, yan ang kanyang unang 2 puntos sa laban natin ngayon. It would not come at a better time. There is a 3 from Enriquez. What an answer!
Both squads making it count when it matters most.
And just look at the execution of that play. There was a screen. The defense was too late to notice it. And Enriquez came at a better time to arrive, just like a superhero landing. Dasmariñas calls timeout. From tip-off to the final buzzer, every moment counts, and so does every meal. Whether you're simply enjoying a meal or simply enjoying the game, Chef's Magic condiments bring the flavor that makes every bite unforgettable. Chef's Magic, make every meal a magic moment. And as of that moment, there's a 3 na nanggaling sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas, but it will not go in. Now is the chance for San Pedro to go to the driver's seat, but that is denied by Cuevas. Rojas, and then a successful pass that just didn't work out. Everything but the finish para sa Dasmariñas.
You can see the frustration in Prince Andre Navidad. Had the gimme all for him, unable to land it properly.
And you have to give it to Enriquez too. He didn't give up on the play. Really made sure na mapapahirapan niya si Navidad. And now, it's their turn to talk things through with this timeout. Just 5 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. You're currently looking at the 9 seed, Dasmariñas Don Pacundo for a hoops against the 2 seed, San Pedro Spartans. And would you look at that? DASMARIñAS is at the lead by 1.
The underdogs here are really showing up in today's ball game. They want to make a statement, and what more than defeating the second seed in their division.
And that could even increase their chances of making it to the playoffs if they can. Molina and Enriquez obviously getting a lot of extended minutes here. The hands were quite active para sa DASMARIñAS, but Coach Chico Tan wasn't happy with how the play was executed. Kanina lamang. Oh, look at Lencioco coming out of nowhere.
And now they have the lead. Now it's their goal to get some stops done.
Now they continue to provide 49 to 48. Mortel kicks it out. That is Navidad. Not gonna happen. Rebound by Concepcion and a foul is gonna be called. And look at this, JP. 3 team fouls already para sa kupunan ng DASMARIñAS. No team foul yet para sa San Pedro. This could either go well or bad depending on how this game is gonna go.
Exactly, Hans. In the previous quarters, you weren't able to see this at all from DASMARIñAS. Now that they are trailing, the pressure is on them how tight their defensive schemes will go.
Now there's gonna be another pass, just does not work. DASMARIñAS planning to slow it down now. Malyari instructing the boys kung saan sila dapat pumunta. Oh, that's not the best scenario for Lariaga. Bodies on the floor. More bodies are on the floor. Navidad kicks it out. And at this time, a shot. No go. Again, the second scenario, and that time, it goes in.
Hustle play after a loose ball scramble. DASMARIñAS regained the lead.
Oh, you have to give it to Kian Magno. He wasn't here at all. And he came at a better time. At the best time, Enriquez again. That's not gonna work. Concepcion fighting through contact, and he gets the end one. The unlikely hero coming alive para sa San Pedro.
No, Concepcion out-rebounded 3 other white defenders, as you can see here, getting the bang in the bucket.
That was your pound-for-pound fitness foul-counted shot of the game. Archie Concepcion, he probably doesn't talk a lot, but I am sure that this guy can perform. The San Pedro supporters are definitely happy with that shot. Or should I say Noah Concepcion rather.
Noah, yes.
There it goes again. This is incredibly crucial. Ito yung kahalagahan ng medyo mahirap when you're just trying to get accustomed to the game. But mistakes like those are very difficult to execute, especially when you have 3 minutes and 48 seconds left.
Very crucial turnover here for DASMARIñAS. You want to end this on a high note, upsetting the team, but how much pressure will it be on your head mentally, given that you are currently down?
And that's a traveling violation.
Now the referees are calling this game close, tight, making sure they get the right plays in check.
Kumbaga kanina, we're allowing you to play with contact, fighting through contact, pero ngayon,
it's getting serious.
It always has to.
Yes.
Now a 3 is underway. That goes in! What a 3!
Cold-blooded there for DASMARIñAS, regaining the lead.
That was Ravelo making it happen again. Ravelo has 7, another steal. Galing kay Navidad.
Navidad has been their defensive anchor, getting things done.
They can continue to boost up the morale even more if they get a bucket right here. Less than 3 minutes to go. An opening. Does not go in. Lencioco keeps it para sa San Pedro. Could they have the numbers? Molina fights through contact. There it goes, but a beautiful defensive possession para sa kupunan ng DASMARIñas. Malyari slows it down. But there's the tempo galing kay Magno, and Magno is fouled. What a moment, what a situation from Magno. Not having enough playing time in the first 3 quarters. Shows up out of nowhere and playing the most important minutes of the game.
Based on the stats here, he has played only 7 minutes compared to his other teammates averaging 17 at least. So he is quality minutes for him.
Kian Magno. 3 points have been the most important. Make that 4. This is exactly how it's gonna go. San Pedro is gonna be in a need of a timeout right here because DASMARIñas has a 3-point advantage. Back in action we go here at the 4th quarter. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. San Pedro rotating the ball around. Molina loses control. Someone's on the runway. Open the gates for DASMARIñas to score 2.
That is John Mark Malyari making sure that that basket goes in, extending the lead to 5.
John Mark Malyari making it happen for his team. In addition, Ravelo, Lenchoco misses it in point-blank range. And things are not going the way San Pedro wants it to. We're gonna look at it again. This is your Larga fast break of the game. All alone. A little too late for San Pedro's defense to recover. And now we're gonna have to do a bit more timeout. Coach Chico Tan definitely upset with what they're currently showcasing here, being the 2 seed. DASMARIñas showing a lot of heart. I mean, from the looks of it. Ooh. 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 There was a lot of contact.
Yeah, there was.
That's for sure.
I can't give a...
I hate to be the referees at this point.
This close of a game, this is the situation where I am thankful
That
that
that I'm not a ref. But this is definitely a scenario that we're gonna go for again. Slowing it down once more. It hit the knee. The knee of who? That's the question.
I think from that vantage point, I think it's Molina. Therefore, possession will go to DASMARIñas.
It's gonna be staying that way. Our officials have claimed it. Malyari making that last bucket para sa kanilang kupunan, increasing the lead to 5, 57-52, and that is what San Pedro needs to avoid, because when they crumble, madaling nakakahanap yung Dasmariñas ng opportunity para makascore. Now Malyari looks to find a way. Now Malyari looks to charge, leaving it for a teammate. But at that time, dalawa sila. 2 seconds remaining. And that was a tragedy averse ng San Pedro. They get another chance to inch right back.
And Dasmariñas knew it. They are unfortunately weren't able to execute now. They need to get this crucial stop if you're Dasmariñas.
Now the plan is to attack right here. Dan, 3. That is good! Oh my goodness! He's there for a reason.
Cold-blooded Christian Tan getting it done to a 2-point deficit.
A minute and 5 remaining. A shot from the mid-range. That does not go in, but an extra possession is going to be here courtesy of Magno. Someone was waiting. Ravelo against Tan. Looking at the clock right away. 5 seconds remaining. Malyari finds the open lane, but he is fouled. But here's the thing though. Now I'm wondering if that is...
No, it's not. It's not. It's not a shooting foul. It's not a penalty foul.
Okay, so if it's not a shooting foul, then the important part that we have right here is that San Pedro still has 2 more fouls to
Correct.
give. Pero ang kupunan ng Dasmariñas already at the penalty situation. So, again, gaya ng nabanggit natin during the start of the 4th quarter, this could either go very well or very bad depending on how this game is gonna go. And from the looks of it, that's the important part.
Exactly. So if you are Dasmariñas, you have to not turn the ball over. It is a 1-possession ball game. Less than a minute remaining. You want to make sure you capitalize on this ATO play.
50.3 seconds remaining. If you are Coach Chico Tan, paano mo gagamitin itong last 2 team fouls ninyo? Because you technically still have a way to disrupt the offense, but every time you do that, it's gonna reset to 14 seconds.
This is very crucial. I believe he has enough time to get one big stop here.
Dasmariñas looking for an upset as the 9th seed. San Pedro looking to keep their 2-game win streak alive.
7 to shoot.
There's more bump, 5 seconds remaining. Oh, there's a flyby. Malyari looking for Ravelo, 3. That's not gonna go in. But he's jumping and somebody was there. But he can't get it again. Oh, and someone was there again. 27 seconds remaining, a 3. Goes in. Navidad with a Hail Mary play to cut it all down. There needs to be something quick. Molina's gonna do it. Short. And that might just be it. He wanted to go for the foul quickly. But with 6.7 seconds remaining. What a game. What an answer. Malyari to Navidad. Talk about 3 and D.
Everything went as to perfection for Dasmariñas, from the stops to the selfless passes to the second chance opportunities to getting that 3 done for Navidad. Navidad has been so underrated. He's been the defensive anchor, getting those box out, getting all these stops. He's been getting steals, and when it matters most, he gave the dagger needed to extend this lead to 5.
Alam mo, yun yung madalas nating makita from the rest of the players, especially, Navidad. Lagi silang tumitira ng 3. They've tried so many times, especially in the first half. Pero yung kumpiyansa nila nandun pa rin eh. They didn't change strategies. As long as it was going in, as long as we were open, we're gonna take it no matter what. And nagresulta yun dun. The trust, the confidence, the poise to be able to do that. This is what Dasmariñas is all about. Talk about underdogs being the 9 seed against the 2 seed. It does not matter. Now they are in position to finish this game off.
Can they close it and complete this upset?
And that might just be the case right here with a 2nd and 4. We might just see Dasmariñas putting it all on the line. You were talking about that chess match a while ago, and this looks like it's checkmate. Dasmariñas have gotten a victory in dramatic fashion against the competitors of the San Pedro Spartans, claiming victorious and winning, escaping the spear of the Spartans.
No, Hans, this has been a very beautiful chess match between these two squads. Everything went right for the underdogs. They came into this ball game with nothing to lose, with a 3-6 record. With this win, it will catapult them into a better position for them to get a better opportunity in making the playoffs.
You just have to give it. Everybody stepping up when it mattered the most. Malyari making some buckets. Singh was also there to provide some early offensive outputs. And not only that, those defensive stops, those turnovers have been highly valuable para sa koponang ito, and not to mention the final 3 that placed the icing on the cake para sa koponan ng Dasmariñas.
Definitely, it went from Ravelo to Malyari to Martel to Magno to Navidad. Everyone contributing, getting that W for Dasmariñas.
Just a moment of grace and poise ang naipakita ng ating best player of the game, together with our courtside reporter, CJ Ang.
Congratulations to John Mark Malyari for being our Chef's Magic Player of the Game. John Mark, back-to-back win para sa inyong koponan. Saan ka humugot ng kumpiyansa?
Ano lang po, nag-training lang po kami ng maayos po. Basta nakinig po sa mga coaches, yun lang po.
John Mark, sino yung mga gusto mong batiyan at pasalamatan?
Thank you po kay Coach Ashley Guro and Jenny Mayor Barsaga po. Ayun lang po. Ay, Tagisman's Power, tapos, ano? Coach Ashley Guro. Labs pa, IJCC, tapos 4A Hoops po. Tapos shoutout po sa may mama, tapos pamilya ko po. Tapos kay Gowansi family po. Thank you po.
Thank you and congratulations once again. Get to know our Hustle Club defensive player, tang ating Don Benito's assist man, as I turn you over to Hans and Zay.
Maraming salamat, CJ Ang, and of course our best player of the game. You're currently looking at the Hustle Club defensive player of the game. Saan ka makakita ng gwardyang merong 11 rebounds and a block? Just a moment that was given to them completely. And in addition, you're also going to be looking at James Enriquez doing a lot of the scoring output, but also dishing it when it matters the most with 5 assists. That's your Don Benito's assist man of the game. But coming up next, it's Dasmariñas and San Pedro again. Will it be as entertaining and interesting as a while ago? That is what we're about to find out maya-maya lamang. But in behalf of my crew, it is CJ Ang and of course JP Ruiz. My name is Hans Galeria. Magbabalik po ang Junior MPBL Season 3.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulungan. Liga ng bayan na to.